Arguing does not always solve all problems due to these positive and negatives, because the positive has an objective and the negative has another objective. So you have two opposing objectives. One is to help a person, and the other one is to destroy. One is to help to distribute wealth evenly and making sure that everyone is well off, while the other one is just wants to covet and be a hypocrite. So arguing does not solve problems with these kind of people. Coming up with a solution and initiating a solution that you can find to a problem is recommended. Sometimes you may find a solution that does not require a negative person to be involved. And so therefore you can work around them. Then there is brainstorming, and there is a difference between brainstorming with other people and arguing about a problem. Brainstorming is to find the best possible formula or tactic found through trial and error, as opposed to spouting off contradictory belief regardless of objectives or solutions. There are people that condition others to argue as a form of communicating a negative energy, so that you may find it difficult to speak around people who are continuously throwing insults at you or cutting you off, arguing. So they're using it to create a negative environment and create a destructive non-solution or continuation in problems. Some people use arguing as a solution to a positive person's solution, therefore exhausting the people who want to find a solution, making some people give up purely because it seems like it's going nowhere due to that the negative individuals are throwing a monkey wrench into the works. So instead of finding the solution to the objective, they will continuously stay on the problem, arguing and staying on a problem. Nothing gets changed. 300 years, 1,000 years, arguing. This is the solution. No, this is arguing. Another 1,000 years, arguing. This is the solution. No, this is the solution. But they're both arguing to stay on the problem so they can covet. So the left and the right are lining their pockets while everyone else is suffering. You may also either know or not knowingly that people can start an argument just because they know another person's character. So if I know you're evil, I can use good against you, and if you're good, I can use if you're evil, I use the good against you. If you're good, I use the evil against you, just to initiate an argument or to get you to act or react. So one needs to understand wisely or know the difference between how a person is behaving and what their objective is, what's their total outcome by their structure. And also there's the people who are complaining, who are continuously complaining. They're not looking for solutions. They're just complaining because they like to complain and they want to feel and stay in that negative energy, that real bad energy. And it's also, again, all the negative senses, negative sense of taste, smell, think, be, any of your five senses. So they can use knowing who you are to initiate an argument, or try to anyway, by knowing your construct, by opposing you. So you can acknowledge a problem and complaining a problem will not solve it unless you take action and can use in a positive manner. The difference is that the positive wants a solution, and the negative person is like a scratched record playing the same thing over and over again without fixing the problem. Therefore, the positive person can use a different record or a different record player, or just adjust the skipping in order that the solution to move on and to excel and grow. And the two objectives are opposing one another. That's why for so many thousands of years, every time good people arise, many people try to kill them because they want to continue to covet and be hypocritical so the few can overtake the many, through this destructive process of pain that's habitual and continuous over time due to the very same structure that they stay and keep, and that which makes that death by giving it to others and death to self, or through this construct. And then that brings us to control. Control is the power or the authority to guide or manage something or someone, to be able to manipulate a thing or person to do or not do what's wanted to do. And you can control that person psychologically. Some people are groomed into this sort of negative bitterness and understanding, which gives them a life of suffering and continuing this negative mindset, continuing the negative structure for purposes, like again, of hypocrisy and greed. Because of negative beliefs with negative individuals who gather together in secrecy and in knowing by oaths that they're doing it deliberately and creating the system that you are joined into this negative systems, so creating this contradiction of beliefs, so people are easier to manipulate by divide and conquering, as in confusing procedures or reverse policy. What negative people are doing is projecting erroneous beliefs and then expecting you to believe those beliefs regardless of truth. Some of these negative beliefs that negative people use against you is explained as positive. Oh, we don't. Our reasoning is positive. We're doing this positive. But the whole structure of it is negative, self-defeating, and destroying yourself and others, and really be done for the true motive of greed, lust, fear, hate, and so on. Negative people might say that their beliefs are facts in order to control you and not tell you the difference between an actual belief and a fact, or will explain it incorrectly in order to confuse you. A negative person's sense of right and wrong is also warped. Instead of using logic, they would use over emotion and have you believe that they had said it was right when they had said it in a certain way, because it would not stand up to logic if spoken or explained in a calm manner. And of course, some people would try to blow off your anger by laughing you off, or just being in a great mood while you're trying to discuss something serious. So they would be empathetic. They would be apathetic to your point. So to argue with you indirectly, as to say this person is confused, when they're the one who's distributing the confusion. To basically believe that you're not in control, therefore they are in control, to confuse the truth, when actually you can be in control and are in control, but they would manipulate the conversation to try to deceive others, or at least get you to believe why someone would believe that lie, especially when you have secret brotherhoods that can supersede what is right and wrong by construct or by law, because of the brotherhood that it would have an objective, or certain brotherhoods. I'm not giving any names because the ignorance has gotten so bad that many people just don't understand anything anymore. So therefore, clarity must be expressed without hypocrisy and without hate, in order to find it and show the truth as to what is going on in this current world that we are living in and have been living in. There are individuals, many individuals, that abuse their position and play this control game. Again, all of the people that we have mentioned in the them is a vital part of this system. It's them and you, until you find out that you can step out of this game, and then you clearly see what's going on. And then now you're considered bad when you're good, because your objective is no longer to be greedy, but to distribute the wealth evenly, and which everyone benefits from. And the benefits are too numerous to even discuss, because it's a whole entire system. So you want to play the control game, and they can use what you want to need, or about what you don't want to need, and they would use and abuse their positionings, and continue this negative, given this negative projection for you to be in this negative, by either giving what you need or not giving you what you need, or give it to a person who really doesn't want it. In other words, be subjugated to their cruelty and get what you want to be delayed or not given to you at all. Let's be honest about this system. This sort of mentality is not only a problem just within a few individuals. This is the negative system put together to get you to believe that this is the way it is, or this is the way it was meant to be, when it is nothing more than a plan of certain individuals who put this system into place in order to control. Whether this is all they know or want to say that they know, or has yet to be seen, to be or not to be, to comply or else. What is better depends on who you are, what you believe, which brings forth your energy. There are people who will try to wear you out over time, such by asking you the same question. If you solve a problem, it's solved, but yet they'll ask you, okay, so how do we solve the problem? Well, you already did it. Of course, you don't get into that argument once you know what's going on, because you already solved the problem. But these people, when you solve a problem, you set up, an example would be, you set up a machine to produce a widget, and nobody's around, you produce 1,000 widgets an hour. Then you go to sleep, and you go the next day, and the machine's not working. How is it not working today, or how is it not working when somebody else does it, when you know the system is flawless? It works. But these people are deliberately throwing a monkey into the wrench by creating these problems. They say, no, it doesn't work, this guy's lying, and but you will see that great misfortune and death may come to the one who's actually found the solution, and which a lot of people have died for their beliefs. And it frustrates many people with this negative behaviors against, which is actually here to produce a positive outcome and not to destroy your health, your wealth, or your happiness. And they want you to change your belief system from a solution-orientated system to a negative-orientated system to control others and deceive through deception. Some will debate with you and say that what you're doing or saying is wrong, what you're doing and saying is good, when the truth of the matter is, in other words, they're saying they're good, you're bad, when the truth is in the opposite. So they're getting you to believe this in this plethora, this cornucopia of different beliefs that are one way or another going to hurt you and benefit them. Instead, you can think logically and rationally in any given situation or predicament and stick to your beliefs, which is the truth, and not letting negative misinterpretation that is negative projected onto you by destroying your peace of mind and your direction in your thought process or your actions, your outcomes, and your destiny. Therefore, you see a lot of really brilliant super geniuses that are considered mad scientists or idiots or just any sort of negative name title, when the reality is the person who was projecting it is the problem. Even when you find a good solution to a pill that is absolutely wonderful and can help everyone and its positive outcome, a group of people will come out of nowhere and say, "Oh, this is making us sick. If you don't take it off, we'll sue you." And then if you got them working together, so you got the client, you got the lawyer and the judge working together to destroy you, and even the government branches that are there that are supposed to protect the public is positioned in such a way that they are there to be against the public. For again, the opposition, which is they want to covet. They want whatever you have nothing. So whatever was willed to you is null and void, and they want to cipher everything or get everything to go into their vats, their wallets, their ownership. And then to add to that, there is pain and suffering, and pain is an experience observed. So if you're feeling pain at that very second, it's a feeling in the present. So it's an experience observed by energy or opposing energy. Suffering is an existence of pain. Then there is logic, is long suffering, which is an extension of just regular suffering. Now you're going to go through suffering over long periods of time because these flying monkeys or this group of these secret orders would like to continue to keep you in that pain and suffering. And to have that as a plateau. Well, there is a plateau to it. So usually they don't continue the pain and suffering because then you just die. And then pain and suffering does have a max. So once you're at that max, you probably pass out or you die. So extreme pain over time can lead to death. Extreme suffering can lead to death, just as an extreme long suffering. How long you stay on any negative plateau on these factors depends on different pro quos, like your willingness to live and your purpose and your knowledge, your age, how well you're perfusing, the perfusion in your body is working, any diseases or deficiencies that you may have. People who often torture others know this rule, because if they torture you too much,